Hello, good morning and welcome to this Wednesday's Q&A Wednesday, where the addition is that it's all about you and not me. So I have got my clock here so that I can time myself and make sure that I don't abuse your time. As you can see, it's lovely blue skies here in London, UK, and I really wanted to have this Q&A Wednesday just to help you know how to get to know each other better. So this group is growing and new people are coming in every day, and I really wanted to open up an opportunity. I know it's August, I know it's the holiday season for some of you, but I really wanted to open up the opportunity for you guys to be able to start to get to know each other a bit more, a bit better, and that kind of thing. So if you see me looking down, I'm just doing a time check, and if you see me looking at my notes here, I've written some notes, and if you see me sort of slightly gliding towards the side of the screen there, I've got some stuff that I want to make sure that I cover. So today is all about getting to know different people, and one of the questions I get asked time and time again by people in the groups and by people outside of the groups, and by the way, if you hop on and you want to, do say hello so that I'll say hello back. If you just silently want to watch, that's fine too, but if you want to say hello, just type hello in the box below and I'll be happy to to shout you out. If you want to ask me questions, please type in the box below and I will answer them during this time too. So I can see there's a few of you hopping on and giving me thumbs up and love hearts and things. So hello. Oh, France Lees is back from holiday. France Lees, I'm possibly the only person that's glad that you're not on holiday anymore. I know that you would like to be there, but yeah, you're doing some brilliant things in the world. So thank you for joining. So we've got Vernon. It's all about me, says Vernon. France Lee says good morning. I think we've got Ola on there and a couple of others. So as usual, I didn't want to be in a dark, dusty indoor room. I wanted to be outside in the sun. We don't get it very often here in London in the UK. Oh my gosh. Jay's on. Jay is the other JK. So hello, Jay. So she's going to catch up on the replay. Thank you, Jay. Jay and I need to get together. Jay Kamara Frederick is the other JK. So if you ever hear me alluding to the other JK on my webinars and things like that, that's who I'm talking about. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. I feel really, really privileged. So there's a couple of things I wanted to share so that you could all get to know each other, because as you pop up on the screen, there's some of you who I know because I see your names come up, and I really love people, and I really believe deep down in my core that people matter. So I love to highlight you and showcase you wherever I can. That's why this community is brought together. I also realise, and it's funny, sometimes I'm doing these live streams or I see your posts and I think, oh, that person would get on really well with this person, or this person, their business, there's something that it could do with that person, or this person's in a job and they want to get out of the job and they want to start their own business, they need to go and speak to that person. And it occurs to me that with over 230 I think, or 240 and counting, there's more of you coming here, and I want you to get to know each other. So here are a couple of things that I'm going to suggest that I think would be really, really great, really useful for you guys. So first of all, and the secret is, although this could apply just to this group, this could be for any Facebook group that you want. And if you're joining a group on LinkedIn, you can do a version of this. I would recommend positioning it differently. So any group, and let's pretend that today is the first day you've been in this group. So any group, go in and give a greeting in a real life way. Now, what do I mean by that? I am known for saying hiya. I don't know where I've picked that up from over the years. I've lived all around the UK, but I say hiya. So when I go into a Facebook group, so that I can be the real authentic me, I can say good morning, hello, or anything else like that. But in real life, I'm likely to say hiya. So that's what I say as my greeting, hiya. I spell that H-I-Y-A. I don't think it's actually a word, it's just a colloquialism from the UK, probably around the kind of middle of the country. So when you are going to post in a group, maybe you've been in the group for a while and you want to introduce yourself and you're not sure how to do it in a way that doesn't feel too bullish or like you're charging in, much like you're at somebody's house, you're at a house party, you go into another room, there's a room full of people there, you wouldn't fly in and go, there's a link to my website, go check me out, would you? Well, you might do, but I wouldn't advise it. So much the same as with any Facebook group, anywhere where you're getting to know each other, and this would be a lovely place for you to practice, because this is the all about you edition. Greet everyone in a real life way, and I'll give you a demonstration of this at the end. So so Vernon's asking Jay if she can see the comments. If you haven't met Jay, Vernon, she is awesome. If you have, then you already know that. So you've greeted the person in a real life way. You've said hi, hello, hiya, watcha, whatever it is you say, good morning, and then give them your name. Now, on my passport and on my birth certificate, my name is Jennifer, but the only person or people that call me Jennifer are my mum and dad. And when I was a kid, if I heard Jennifer, I'd look really quickly. So if you're ever in a live room with me and you're not getting my attention, just shout Jennifer and I will, you know, gladly pop up. Okay, so when I introduce myself in a group, I say, hiya, my name's Jenny, because I prefer to be called Jenny. Some people call me Jen, and I don't mind that. It's normally the people closest to me, but again, I don't mind if you know a Jenny and you call her Jen, that's fine. I don't mind being called Jennifer, but I feel like I'm in trouble and it feels a little bit too formal for me. So first thing is greet the person in a real life way. Second thing is give your name as it is. And Vernon says that the broadcast keeps dropping. On this occasion, Vernon, my internet is 100% good. So juicy secret, aha, says Francis. Francis, this is why I've missed you when you've been on holiday. I love the things you say. I love everything about you. Vernon, I don't know why that keeps dropping. So far, so good. I've had no warnings that I've had a faulty connection, and I've purposely gone to a hotspot. And Jay says the video picture is no longer showing for her. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to carry on regardless. And hope that you will see this replay, and I'll check that it's okay. If not, I'll have to do it all over again, hopefully this time not standing on my head. So the next thing you want to do is let people know where you're from. In the World Wide Web, the W's, the World Wide Web, one of the things that you can expect in any given group is that you could have people from all over the world, and I think this is important. If you're a coach or you're a business that's based in London and you can work with people internationally, this is the second time this has happened this week. My phone just dropped on the floor. So while I just put that back up, I'll continue explaining what I was explaining. You might just have to see a massive close-up of me. There you go. So let's, sorry, there might be some wiggling going on. Just keep yourselves amused while I do that. And I've just managed to get myself into a cold spot. So, right, that seems pretty okay. Gosh, what am I like, eh? So now I've done that, it's not liking my connection. But let's hope that it's all good. It doesn't help to drop your phone, it really doesn't like it. It does a lot of horrible things. This happened on my Monday motivation. Thank you for giving me some love and some laughing. I would go with the laughing if I wasn't broadcasting. Oh, anyway, I'll carry on. So let people know where you're from. Oh, you lot are amazing. Thank you for all the laughing and the love and everything else. It makes me feel better. I do laugh at myself. Thank goodness, like the camera didn't go up my skirt or something. That could have been quite embarrassing. But anyway, so where are you from? When you go into these Facebook groups, there are normally people from all over the world. I know that in this group, there are people based in the UK, all over the UK, not just London. There are people that are in America. There are people in the Caribbean. There are people from all over the world and parts of Europe. So when you go into a group, the third thing to do is let people know where you're from when you're introducing yourself. Some people see this as a barrier, especially if they're a business owner. They think, oh, well, if I say that I'm based in the UK, you know, nobody will want to interact with me. Well, as the Americans, who are probably still asleep right now, will testify, whenever I've been to America, they always tell me I've got a cute British accent. Not quite like that, but they say, you've got a cute British accent. And they like the sound of my voice. They like the way I say banana instead of banana. They like the way I say cranberry instead of cranberry. You know, so embrace these cultural differences, embrace all of those things. So Facebook keeps writing my comments twice. Vernon and I can only see them once, but if so good you have to say it twice, I do not mind. So the third thing is to let them know where you're from. Now, the fourth bit, and this is the bit that so many people struggle with. When you are introducing yourself in a group, introduce yourself briefly, no more than 1 or 2 lines. Yes, what you do might need a bit more explaining, or so you think, but like when you're getting to know somebody, people don't know you yet, telling them in like big paragraphs actually puts them off reading. So tell them in 1 or 2 lines. And if this is something you struggle with, seriously, then you and I need to get on the phone and have a couple of sessions together, because quite often you can say things in very short words. It's what goes on between the ears that tells us otherwise. So let people know in 1 or 2 lines about what you do. And here's the nugget. Do not, I repeat, do not post a link to your blog, your website, or whatever when you're doing this. Jay says, she can see me. Don't target international audience. Are you missing a trick? No, I'm not saying not to target an international audience. I'm saying with the world being an international audience, with Facebook groups being your international stage, just say where you're from. Some people think that if they say they're from one country, then someone from another country won't want to interact with them, but that's not the truth. So sorry if I didn't make that clear. So it's not that I'm not saying don't target, and this is nothing to do with target. This is to do with introducing yourself, letting people know where you're from. Hope that's clear, but if not, please post another question and I'll clean that up. So without posting a link to your website, let people know in 1 or 2 sentences what you do. My name's Jenny, so let's do this in a real way. So, hiya, my name's Jenny. I'm from the UK, London in the UK, and I help people to stand out and be visible so that they're seen and heard by their audiences, online and offline. Okay, now if somebody goes, oh, that's quite good, you know, I'd like to find out more, then that's what starts the interaction within the group. Oh, I noticed you said visibility. What's that about? Is it about sight? Is it about, what is that about? And that's what starts the conversation. So doing that without the links to the website helps people to start to engage and interact with you. The other reason, and I'm going to be really candid here, why I don't like, I'm back. The other reason why I don't like it personally when people just post a link to their website is because it's really lazy. It's a really, really lazy way of introducing yourself. What you're actually saying to the person is, I don't have time for you, you know, I don't think or feel you're important enough to interact with or engage with, and for that reason, I'm not interested, okay? Sorry, I could hear a washing machine going, so I'm going to pause it. The washing machine doesn't need to be getting into what we're doing here. So quite often people will post a link to their website and say, go and check me out. That requires the person who's trying to engage with you and trying to interact with you to then go off and find out about you for themselves. That's not a very good introduction. That's not a very good way to get started with meeting somebody, and it just feels a little bit yucky. So reread, Jenny, you were clear. Okay, I'm going to reread. Facebook keeps writing my comments twice. Oops, oops, oops. It was the one where you said, I don't target international audience. Am I missing a trick? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, Vernon, yes. This is a thing when you're trying to broadcast and read and do 101 things. Yes, you are missing a trick, Vernon, because you work with people who are creatives, and creatives struggle all over the world. I've got friends who are in the US who are artists and found it really difficult to get out there. In fact, I've still got a Facebook friend who does, you know, like the, I can't think of the proper name for it, but you know when someone just like draws a cartoon of you and she wants to make it into a business, and she does it with animals and dogs. She was struggling, and the group that she joined was a really juicy coaching group, but there were no artists in there. So she didn't know how to get out and about. So you are absolutely missing a trick. So this is why it's really important to position yourself. with things like Skype, Google Hangout, Facebook Live, and all of that kind of stuff, that opens up your audience, opens up your world, opens up your possibility. So keep the intros short and sweet, says Jay. Absolutely. Ola says, hi, I've got a question. As people in groups change all the time, do you have to do this every time you go into a group? Here's what I recommend. Anytime you join a group, I would do this. And when you've been in a group, and like, let's say you get into the group, you realise, yeah, I like being here. Maybe on a monthly basis, every couple of weeks, look at how many people are joining. Okay, so I know, for example, Ola, since you've joined, 100 people have joined this group. So they might not know anything about what you are, or the last post you might have put in might have been a few weeks ago. So there's absolutely no harm in saying, hey, I introduced myself when I joined this group in July, and I just thought I'd come and say hello to those people that have joined, and just say the same thing again. You can even cut and paste it if you need to. Does that make sense? Okay. And it is a great question, Vernon. And you too, Ali, because I know that you physically get on planes and go and work in South Africa and other places as well. So why not sit from the comfort of your own home and help other people too? So, okay, Vernon said illustration. Say more on that, Vernon. So just to recap, first bit is greet people in a real life way, the way that you would normally greet somebody if they were stood in front of you and you really liked them. Give your name, so like Ali could be Alison or could be anything else, Ali Baba, but Ali is called Ali, so she's going to say, my name's Ali. So a bit like me, I don't want to be sort of saying, my name's Jennifer, and, you know, get me into trouble. Third thing, let people know where you're from. I'm based in a sleepy village in such and such a place in the UK, or I'm based just by the river of the, you know, LA river in, you know, in LA. That's not true, but you know what I mean. Then let them know in just 1 or 2 lines about your business and what you do. Now, one of the things that I bang in, and you know, to all of my clients, anyone who's ever worked with me, been on a workshop with me, worked closely with me, will always tell you that I say this. When you tell people about what you do, don't tell them about what you do, tell them what you do for them. Okay, and have that one person, the person that's got the best results in your life, tell them what you do for them. So Vernon says the time delay is amusing him. There's a time delay, Vernon, but there's also the time when I see the comments pop up, and sometimes it takes me a minute or 2 to get to the comments. So it's pretty amusing, but the real time delay is normally around 30 seconds. Okay, so when you explain in your 1 to 2 lines about what you do in your business or at work or what you aspire to do, let them know what you'll do for them. You know, I've written a book that's aimed to help you to be able to lose weight while cutting gluten out of your diet completely in around 6 weeks or something like that. Okay, so the next thing is, let people know what attracted you here. You can say, I was minding my own business on YouTube, I saw one of Jenny's videos and she talked about this vibe tribe. Or, you know, I was looking at pictures of jumping rabbits on Instagram, and then I somehow got to Jenny's profile and she said, come join me. Let them know, let the person or the people in the group when you're posting know what attracted you here. Or, you know, Ali can say, Ali and I have shared a journey together, a really precious learning journey together. So Ali could say, you know, Jenny and I first met in such and such, you know, when we you know, studied NLP or something like that, and she was a blazing idiot, and I decided to have a laugh at what she's doing now. You know, hopefully, I hope Ali wouldn't say that, but I think she would. Okay, I'm back. I was just about to walk around the garden then with my phone. So we're back, and I'll put it back in the clip. Hopefully you can see my washing there. So sorry about that. So the final thing that you would want to do when you're giving some sort of introduction is what you can give and what you hope to gain. Now this is important. What you can give, you know, if you're a coach or you're an author or you're a teacher, or, you know, you're somebody that's looking to transition into business, or you're a consultant, you can say, you know, I consult with individual businesses to help them with their marketing, or help them plan a marketing strategy. And there is actually someone in this group who does that. Hi Helen, I hope you're still on. I didn't lose you in the drop there. So you know, let people know what you can bring to the party. But here's the thing that people miss. That demonstrates an area where you can help or credibility. You might even say, look, I'm a really great listener, so I'm here to listen and learn, whatever you want to say. The other side of the coin is, what do you hope to gain? What do you want to get from the people? Because anyone that knows me well, and I know the Mindset Makeover people have just had this kind of lesson from me, there's a reciprocal giving and receiving. Be open to giving, but also be open to receiving. And this is a slightly less vulnerable underbelly that people show. So sometimes, you know, it's good to show our vulnerable side. So our vulnerable side is, you know, I'm you know, running this business, I'm getting really great results from my clients, but I'm rubbish at marketing. Now, if you're a therapist and you are rubbish at marketing your business, Helen Bullen has just joined at the right time, because this is going to lead on to what I'm going to invite you all to do for the next week after this Facebook Live. So Helen is a lady who has her own successful therapy business, and she helps other therapists to grow. Now, this could be hypnotherapists, it could be you know, Reiki practitioners, it could be massage therapists, it could be anybody in that vein. So she would help them to grow their business, and I happen to know she's got an event coming up in September. So I hope you're back on, Helen, because I've just outed your event. You're going to have to tell everyone about it now. Not right now, but I'll invite you all to do this after this call. So, quick rundown. Greet the person in real name, give them, in a real way, give them your name, where you're from, let them know what you do without links, let them know what attracts you to the group, and let them know what you can give and gain. Let me give you a practical example of this. Hiya, my name's Jenny, and I'm from London in the UK. And I help people with their visibility so they can stand out, be seen, be heard, be noticed, and their clients can come to them. I do this for them online and offline. What attracted me to create this group actually was because I know that sometimes we feel like we're doing things by ourselves. So I wanted to bring together this great community of people that can speak to each other and interact with each other. Now, I wouldn't type all of that in a Facebook post, you understand. What I hope to be able to give is to share lots of really useful, quick to implement tips on getting visible and standing out and getting yourself out there, whether it's your book, your product, your service. However, what I could also do with is knowing the places and where you struggle to do this, so that I can develop and give more of myself. And sometimes I'm not always great at, what am I not great at? Yeah, I'm not always great at taking advice. Now let me frame that. I love hearing how people do things. I love hearing the advice back, but I'm the person that wants to give and give and give. Sometimes people are like, Jenny, sit down, keep quiet, calm down. We want to give something back to you, so receive. Okay, so that's that kind of thing. Now, here's my invitation to all of you. Between now, like today, and until the end of this month, I want you, if you've got a blog, a product, a book, a service, something that you're developing right now and won't be ready for a few days, that's fine. You've got an event coming up, a workshop, or you just want to tell people about what you do, or maybe what you're aiming to do. I want to invite every single one of you, whether you're live on this live stream now or catching up on the replay, to place an offer in the group. Now, here's how I want you to do it, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's not that I'm being a control freak. A bit like the here's what I do, if you just stick a link to your event, you know, Eventbrite or anything else like that, and tell people to come, they don't know you. They don't even know why they should come. They don't know anything about you. And you're saying to them, come to my event, but in order for me to make it easy for you, I'm going to get you to go over to a website or a link or a blog and just find out for yourself. That is not the sort of invitation I like to encourage. And you may wonder if, why I call this the Visibility Vibes group, or the Vibes Tribe group, because it's not just about being visible, it's about the vibe. Okay, so here's the thing. Ola's saying that she's getting a worse signal every other word. Ola, quite often when we do these, you report that we have a bad signal. So Can you all let me know? Just type in the box. Can you hear me okay? Is the signal getting worse? There's a lot of background noise outside, but is the signal getting worse? Can you not hear me? Am I sounding like a robot or a Dalek? Am I talking like this? Anyway, so here's what I would invite you to do. Share your product, your service, your book, your event, or whatever it is that you want to share. But first, make sure that you've introduced yourself in the group. If no one knows who you are, being cute and just saying come to my event and then flying out isn't really going to get people to your event. I know this firsthand. So, Ola's saying that it's her internet. Oh, Ola, you're around the corner from me. Next time we do this on a Wednesday, I'm going to be in Stoke next week, but next time I'm in London on a Wednesday, I'm going to command you to come round here and you can do this with me. How's that? Jay, same thing to you. You're not too far. So mine's fine now, you can hear me. Excellent. Hi, Diana. Diana, I'm so glad that you're here. So thank you. So if you've got something coming up, let me give you an idea of how to position it. So let's say you've got a blog post. I'm going to go through all of these. You've got a blog post. Let people know what inspired you to write this. You know, I was in the supermarket the other day and I saw the most atrocious thing and it inspired me to write this blog. I hope it's useful for you too. Let them know what it's going to do for them. This might give you an insight into why you shouldn't shout at your kids at full pitch in the supermarket, for example. Then post the link and then people will be compelled to read it. And if I'm the one saying, well, I don't have kids, so I'm not interested in reading about that shouting in the supermarket, guess what's going to happen when my friends come around with screaming kids? I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I read this blog, you've got to go and see it. Now, let's say, for example, it's a product or a service you're offering, and I know Wendy's been working very hard on a product. So if you want to start thinking about holding tele-summits or tele-seminars online, and it's something that's in your future plan, whether that's from tomorrow, next week or next year, then jump on board and buy this product which shows you exactly how to do it. Okay, so that's another way you can do that. If it's a book, maybe your book is about, let me just make something up, your book is about confidence, for example. So if your book's about confidence, you might say, if you are a person who lacks confidence and needs more, there are some nuggets in this book that will, that will help you get confidence too, and let them know to do what, You might even say, this confidence book is actually being written with confident people in mind, because there's always an area where they shy away or where they feel unsafe, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Let's say that it's a service you offer, and there's a lady in this group who's just putting the finishing touches on her how to put a marketing strategy together, even when you're a one-man business and you hate marketing. Now, I asked her how long it would take to go through the template and the checklist that she produced, and it takes less than a week. Who wouldn't love a really firm marketing strategy that they can just go back to and check off how they're going to market their business or themselves in a really juicy way? So let people know. I think you catch my drift, but I want to check if you've got any questions that you want to ask me before we wrap up. So if you've got any questions on anything I've said, then please pop them in the box below. In the meantime, I'm just going to do a quick recap. So this is the All About You episode. Please, 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 as soon as this is finished, jump in, let everybody know who you are, what, where you're from, what you're doing, and like what you do for them, okay? If you are looking forward to starting a business in therapy or coaching or whatever the thing is, so that people know what it is you want to do, and feel free to ask for advice and help in here. It's not just me that's got answers in this group. Each and every single one of you has got an answer, whether it's life skills, business skills, confidence, maybe you've been through a bad time in life and there's a little nugget or a gem that you can give to other people. So definitely do that, and I'll post what I've said in those points. I'll post it underneath this as well, so that you've got that. And then I'm inviting you until the end of this month, any program, product, service, book, anything, blog, page, anything like that that you want people to engage with, let us know why we'd be interested. Let us know a tiny bit, again just a couple of lines, and post a link. if you've got one of each of those and you want to post away. What I ask you to do is make sure that you post each one in a separate comment. It makes it, from a visibility point of view, it makes it easy for people to click on the link and go forth. So, for example, on Monday, as some of you know, I started the motivation group. So I started the Mindset Makeover group, and this is designed, so here's how I would position this. If you have done lots of product programs or looking at doing something big and you're finding that you need a boost to help it to work for you, the one place left to make over is your mindset. So have a look at you know, this event, see if it's for you, and see if you could do with a mindset makeover. And then I'd post a link to that. Now, because we started on Monday, the doors have closed, but already I'm getting some really lovely messages from the people in there. So I am going to be doing this again in a few weeks' time. So put a post, let people know what you're doing, let them know what you do for them. And if you've still got questions and you're looking at the replay of this, by all means, just pop your questions below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, who else have I missed? Vernon. I think I've said Ali already. Thank you for joining on, and thank you for France Lees. Thank you for bearing with the intermittent internet connection. Thank you so much, and Diana, it's really great to see you on this call, and I look forward to seeing you in the other group, Nudge Nudge Wink Wink. Thank you for joining, and lots of love. Bye for now.